Ever feel like you can't focus on anything anymore? You open your phone to check one message. 30 minutes later, you're deep into a random video rabbit hole. Your to-do list is untouched. Your mind? Scattered. Your motivation? Gone. You're not lazy. You're overstimulated. In today's world, distraction isn't just common, it's designed. Social media, notifications, endless scrolling, they're all rewiring your brain. This is the age of overstimulation. And it's silently destroying your ability to focus, think clearly, and live intentionally. But here's the good news. Once you understand what's happening inside your mind, you can take back control. Let's break it all down. Overstimulation happens when your brain receives more input than it can effectively process. This doesn't just mean loud noises or flashing lights. It's the constant flood of content, information, choices, and notifications. Every ping, every scroll, every dopamine hit from likes and views, it all stacks up. Your brain gets overwhelmed. So instead of diving deep into one task, it starts jumping from one thing to another, seeking the next high. The result? You can't focus. You can't sit still. You start 5 things and finish none. Your attention span shrinks. This isn't just a mental habit. It's a physiological change. At the center of this phenomenon is dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Dopamine drives motivation, pleasure, and focus. But when we get too much of it, too often, it creates imbalance. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts are dopamine machines. Every swipe is a potential hit. And the brain learns more. The downside? The more dopamine you get artificially, the less satisfied you feel with things that once brought you joy. Reading a book? Boring. Having a real conversation? Too slow. Even deep thinking feels painful, because your brain is conditioned to chase novelty, not depth. Here's where it gets scary. Chronic overstimulation doesn't just mess with your mood, it physically alters your brain. Studies show that excessive digital stimulation weakens the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and focus. Your brain literally becomes wired for distraction. Memory declines. Mental fatigue increases. Your ability to do meaningful, focused work? It crumbles. And this isn't just a personal problem, it's a cultural one. An entire generation is growing up unable to tolerate boredom, silence, or even their own thoughts. Think you're immune because you're watching educational videos or listening to podcasts? Not quite. Overstimulation can wear the mask of productivity. Jumping from one self-help reel to another may feel empowering, but if you never apply what you learn, it's just digital consumption with a better name. True growth comes not from watching, but from doing. From focus, practice, reflection, not constant motion. We've mistaken motion for meaning. Have you noticed that it's become harder and harder to simply sit in silence? To wait in line without checking your phone? To have a moment of stillness without grabbing for stimulation? This is the withdrawal symptom of overstimulation. Your brain, used to constant input, treats silence like a threat. You feel anxious when you're not being entertained. This restlessness isn't you. It's your conditioned nervous system. But the good news? It can be rewired. If you're tired of feeling scattered and overstimulated, here's how to start regaining control. Digital fasting. Pick time blocks during the day where you go device-free. Start small, even 30 minutes helps. Monotasking. Do one thing at a time. No tabs. No multitasking. Just one focused action. Practice boredom. Sit in silence for 10 minutes. No phone, no music, no distractions. Let your mind wander. It strengthens focus. Protect your mornings. Don't check your phone first thing. Give your brain time to wake up without input. Create deep work. Windows. Block 1 to 2 hours daily for distraction-free creativity or learning. Curate your digital diet. Unfollow, unsubscribe, declutter. Don't feed the chaos. This isn't about quitting the digital world, it's about using it intentionally. We live in an economy of attention. Every app, every feed, every platform is fighting for your mind. And most of them don't care if you feel exhausted or anxious, as long as you stay hooked. But your focus is your freedom. When you reclaim your attention, you reclaim your life. You begin to choose what to think, how to feel, and what to pursue. You stop reacting, and start creating. Here's the part we rarely talk about, the emotional toll of overstimulation. When your mind is constantly bouncing from notification to headline to video, you don't just lose focus, you lose connection. Connection with your thoughts, your goals, and even your sense of self. You feel tired, but not physically. You feel drained, but can't explain why. You scroll to escape, but when you stop, you're still not satisfied. This isn't just about focus. It's about fulfillment. Because a scattered mind can't experience deep joy. It's too distracted to notice meaning. And the longer you live like this, the more your life starts to feel hollow. But once you become aware of this, you can begin to reverse it. Not by deleting everything and moving to the mountains, but by choosing presence in a world that rewards distraction. Each time you say no to endless scrolling and yes to something real, a project, a person, a passion, you reclaim a piece of yourself. This is how you build a focused life. Not all at once, but moment by moment. One conscious choice at a time. Imagine waking up and not feeling pulled in 20 different directions. Imagine reading a book for an hour without checking your phone. Imagine building something meaningful, without distraction. That version of you is possible. It's not easy. It won't happen overnight. But every moment you choose focus over noise is a step back to clarity. You weren't meant to live scattered. You were meant to live awake. Think about the last time you felt truly still. Not passive. Not bored. But present. Stillness isn't the absence of activity, it's the presence of awareness. And in today's world, that's one of the rarest, most powerful states of being. When you quiet the noise around you, and within you, something incredible happens. You start to hear your own thoughts again. You reconnect with your values. You remember what actually matters. This is why silence feels so uncomfortable at first. It forces you to face yourself. But through that discomfort comes clarity, because stillness is where creativity is born. It's where deep insights emerge. It's where your real power lives, not in reacting to everything, but in choosing your responses with intention. Every moment you allow your mind to rest is a gift to your future self. Stillness isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. So start small, one walk without your phone. One meal without scrolling. 1 hour a day for your thoughts, undisturbed. Over time, those moments add up. They become focus. Then direction. Then fulfillment. The world won't stop shouting, but you can choose not to listen, and instead, tune into something much more powerful, your own mind. If this video opened your eyes, don't let it stop here. Because in the next one, we'll dive even deeper into how your daily thoughts shape your entire life. Subscribe if you're ready to take back your mind. Drop a comment if this resonated. And hit like if you've ever felt overwhelmed by modern life. You're not just watching content, you're rewiring your brain. Stay aware. Stay intentional. And I'll see you in the next one.